You think you're feeding your baby right, but one tiny mistake could turn mealtime into a gagging, spitting mess. Sound familiar? I've been there, watching my 7-month-old struggle with yogurt, her little face scrunching up as she pushed half the spoon out. It wasn't her appetite, it was how we were feeding her. One small tweak, barely noticeable, flipped everything. She went from gagging on every bite to gobbling up solids like a champ. And here's the kicker. Most parents make the same mistake without even realizing it. Because we're all just trying to get through the chaos of mealtimes in that high chair at the kitchen table. Let me paint the scene. It's a typical Tuesday morning and I'm at the table with my daughter, her high chair tray smeared with mashed banana. My son, bursting with big brother energy, begs to help feed her. I hand him the spoon, thinking, what's the harm? But as he scoops yogurt and aims it at her mouth, she twists her head to the side, gags, and spits it everywhere. I'm talking yogurt on her bib, her tray, even my shirt. I freeze, heart sinking, wondering what I'm doing wrong. Then it hits me. He's feeding her from the side. That one small shift, sitting to her left instead of straight on, changed everything. When a baby turns their head to eat, their esophagus, that straight shot from mouth to stomach, twists just enough to make swallowing a battle. Try it yourself. Sip water looking forward, then again with your head turned. Feel that catch? That's what your baby's fighting when you feed from the side. I moved my son to face her directly, and boom, no more gagging, just smooth, happy swallows. This isn't just a quirky anecdote. It's a window into how feeding works. Babies aren't mini adults with fully developed swallowing skills. Their throats are tiny, their reflexes sensitive. When their head is straight, the esophagus aligns like a clear highway for food to travel. But tilt or twist it, and you're adding a hairpin turn to the route. A 2018 pediatric study in dysphagia found that improper head positioning during feeding increases gagging by 30% in infants under 12 months. That's not just discomfort. It's a signal your baby's body is working overtime to avoid choking. So, rule 1, always feed face to face. It's not just about comfort, it's about safety and setting them up to eat independently down the road. But positioning is just the start. Let's talk spoons, because not all baby spoons are created equal. My son, in his quest to be the world's best feeder, decided to test every spoon in our kitchen drawer. Picture him waving a deep-bowled soup spoon, proudly scooping up a mountain of yogurt. His sister's eyes lit up, but when that oversized spoon hit her mouth, she gagged instantly. Too much food? Too big a tool? The gag reflex, a built-in safety net to prevent choking, kicks in when something, like a giant spoon, hits the back of the tongue. A 2020 study in pediatric nursing noted that spoons wider than a baby's mouth or deeper than their lip closure ability increase gagging incidence by 25%. The fix? Small, shallow spoons that fit their tiny mouths. Think spoons no wider than a dime, with a bowl so shallow it holds just a smear of puree. These let your baby practice closing their lips around the spoon, a skill called lip seal that's critical for independent eating. We switched to a shallow silicone spoon, and the difference was night and day. She could handle the food, no gagging, just focused munching. Now, let's get to the angle of attack. My son, bless his heart, turned feeding into a game, zooming the spoon like an airplane with vroom noises that made his sister giggle. That airplane was coming in steep, like a dive bomb. I see this all the time with parents. Because we're taller, we naturally feed from above, tilting the baby's head back. It's instinctive, but risky. When a baby's head tilts back, their airway opens wider, raising the chance of aspiration. food slipping into the windpipe. A 2019 report from the American Academy of Pediatrics flagged aspiration as a leading cause of feeding-related hospital visits for infants. Plus, a steep angle encourages you to scrape the spoon on their top lip to clear it, which skips a key step, letting them use their lips to remove food. Lip seal practice strengthens mouth muscles, setting them up for chewing and even speech later. So, I coached my son to bring the spoon in low and level, like landing a plane smoothly. Her head stayed neutral, her lips worked the spoon, and the yogurt stayed where it belonged, in her tummy. Here's where things get real. One day, my son took his role to a new level. Mr. Clean. Every time a drop of yogurt hit his sister's chin, he'd swoop in with the spoon, scraping it off and shoving it back in her mouth. I get it. No one likes a messy baby. But here's the truth. Spills are part of the deal. Babies need to squish food, smear it, even wear it to learn how their mouths work. A 2021 study in child development showed that sensory exploration, touching and playing with food, boosts oral motor skills by 15% in the first year. Constantly wiping or scraping interrupts that process, turning mealtime into a battle. Imagine eating a sandwich while someone wipes your face after every bite. Frustrating, right? My daughter started fussing, pushing the spoon away, so I told my son to chill on the cleanup until after the meal. The result? She relaxed, explored her food, and actually ate more. Messy, yes, but worth it for her confidence and coordination. Let's zoom out. These tweaks, face-to-face feeding, small spoons, low angles, less cleaning, aren't just about smoother meal times. They're about safety and growth. Choking is a real risk. The CDC reports over 12,000 emergency visits annually for infant choking incidents, many tied to improper feeding techniques. The right setup reduces that risk while teaching skills like lip closure and self-feeding, which pave the way for everything from chewing solids to saying first words. But there's a deeper layer here, one that hit me hard as I watched my daughter's face light up with each successful bite. Feeding isn't just about nutrition. It's a moment of connection. It's you and your baby, locked in a dance of trust and discovery. When it goes wrong, it's stressful for both of you. When it goes right, it's magic. Her giggles, your relief, that shared victory of a clean swallow. Now, let's talk about the chaos that taught me all this. Picture my son mid-airplane mode, yogurt everywhere, his sister laughing so hard she nearly tipped her high chair. It was a mess, but it was our mess. Those moments of trial and error showed me how small changes, like ditching the deep spoon or lowering the angle, turn frustration into joy. And isn't that what parenting's about? Finding the little fixes that make the big moments shine? I've put together a mealtime essentials guide with my go-to spoons, plates, and cups for every age and stage. It's free. Grab it to make your mealtime smoother. And because safety's non-negotiable, I've got a video on 7 foods you should never give your baby due to choking risks. Watch it next to keep your little one safe. If these tips hit home, give a like and subscribe. It's what keeps me sharing these stories. And tell me in the comments, what's the messiest mealtime moment you've had with your baby, and how did you handle it? Let's swap stories and keep the conversation going.